It's there! Holy moly, this one's going to go big.
Hello and welcome back to the channel. Couple of layouts to pick up here on. First of all, we've got Bands of Gold on the left hand side and we've got Manic Money Monster DX on the right hand side. Now, Manic Money Monster I did a video on back in February of this year. I did say at the time it would be nice if somebody could take on a DX of that. We did have the classic that was done by Slasher. If you remember, myself and Slasher went halves on the ROMs to get the ROMs bought, and then Slasher did a classic for it. And then I went through the sort of Max the Monster rip and also the extra life trap that it had on it. There were no great images of it, but Vectra666 picked up the challenge. He does say it's not the best DX in the world because his source material was not great, but he has put together a photo-based DX here. He only had like one image to work from. He's done a really good job, to be honest with you, with the source material that was available. This is not, as I record this video, it's not released, but by the time the video goes live, it should be. I'm just actually technically play testing it at the moment. I kicked it around for a while last night. It seems fine. Nothing seems out of place to me. So this should be available for you to play by the time this video goes live. Bands of Gold on the left hand side here. Now, I was going back through my Fruit Machine emulation archives to look for some older machines, interesting machines that are maybe worth a look at in the sort of FME quick hit series, as it were. And I was playing this a few nights ago, and it's a really, really good, almost kind of like a mid-tech. It looks very much like a low-tech, but there's a bit more going on than a straight low-tech. And what solidified it in my head was there's a thread over at Desert Island Fruits, which is, you know, the best fruit machine ever. Nominate to your best fruit machine ever. And Wonky Sausage here, just yesterday, posted that one of his favourite machines ever is Bands of Gold, which of course, coincidentally, out of all the hundreds of machines that are emulated, this was one that I was playing just a few days ago. And I thought to myself, you know what, that's an interesting machine. It's a fairly rare machine. I don't remember. I think it was very much an arcade machine, not a pub machine. That might be worth featuring on the channel. And when Wonky Sausage there called it out completely coincidentally, that kind of, okay, yeah, you know what, let's do that. Let's have a video on Bands of Gold. So just to call out here, this is a Ploggy DX. Ploggy has been around on the scene forever and ever. He still is. This layout dates 16 years in the past. It was released back in August of 2005. So this really is getting on a bit. I'm running it here in one of the older versions of the emulator. In fact, there we are. Click on there. There we are. MFEV 3.2. So we are going back there. This version of the emulator dates back to 2006. So I think this layout was actually built in an even earlier... I've put myself in a tough spot there with dragging that back, haven't I? There we are. This was built, I think, in MFME V2 originally. But obviously we are running it here in version 3.2. It still works fine. So what we're going to do is have a quick look at Bands of Gold, and we'll just have a quick play on the Manic Money Monster DX as well. But first of all, we'll do Bands of Gold. Now, this runs on. That is going far too fast, as I can tell that already. Preferences. No, auto throttle. There we are. Is that right? This is some of the... We haven't quite got all the fineries in the older versions of the emulator, where obviously everything is super auto throttled now. Now this thing runs on the MPU4 tech. Look at it rattle along through my £6 here on 30p a go. That was a pretty... Now the thing, one of the things that you can do here, you can gamble up or down. We lost the gamble there. But what you can do, can you see, you can have a spin for the jackpot. So depending on your win is how many slices of the pie you get. So when you've got £3, you can gamble there with just one slice of the pie. And if it lands, you will actually get... we can't get a Band-Aid thing there, can we? You can actually get a jackpot. You can have a punt with a £3 win to give you a jackpot. The other thing it's got going on is the Band-Aid here, but let's just Let's have a gamble on £3. No, that's not going to make it. The Band-Aid here, it does work a little bit like a Band-Aid on the sort of watch for my hidden treasures machine. That's just a cheat about hold after win. That's easy enough there. No. But can you see there, when you get a trail held... No. See, oh, when you get trail held, listen for the trail held noise. We can't get a line there. Can you see when you get trail held, it actually holds? No, that's no good. I'm not asked about £1. It actually holds the symbols on the Band-Aid. So what you can do, see there, it's held those. It hasn't held them there. So it can actually start to fill in quite a few symbols on the Band-Aid. And when that happens, you can find yourself able to nudge in a line on the Band-Aid because of the fact that you've got several of the symbols held. As you can see, it rattles along a bit. Let's just gamble up. Oh, dear me. Where are we? That's a line, isn't it? That's a line. Can you see there? There we are. Feature Dapple. Oh, that's a bit... Oh, what have we got? £6. There we are. So now you see we get 2 segments on the thing and we can gamble there. Oh, it just missed. It will let you do that. Kind of when there's jackpot value in it, it will kind of let you do that gamble. Oh, again, we can get a line. Can you see there? We can get a line. Let's have the line. Oh, that's just spinning for 7s. Oh, what, £1, even worse. Let's have a gamble on that. Oh, just went past. This is a really, really fast-paced game. One of the fastest machines that I've actually seen on MPU4 to play. So, hang on a minute. Where are we there? No, we're in the wrong. So let's just... Then we get 2 segments. Now we get 3... I reckon there's a good chance of a gamble for the jackpot here. Go on. So there we are. Yeah, we did indeed get the jackpot out of it there. But you've always got to be looking out for your lines. And let's just see if we can... Some of the line wins are really crap. They're just like £1 or £3. But some of them are like proper features that can give decent wins or the jackpot. It's one of those older machines that if you don't go digging into the legacy section over at Desert Island Fruits, there's a guy called Geddy who has done a fantastic job of cataloguing all old layouts into a legacy section over at Desert Island Fruits, and if you have a look through there, you will find that there are all kinds of that's not going to win in a million years. Ah, no, it does like to tease you like that. So yeah, if you go delving through the archives, you will find all kinds of treats that you might not be aware exist. Slightly more obscure machines, maybe. Shall we have a punt on that? What do you reckon? £9. £9 for a jackpot. Ah, we lost. And this is one of them. I do remember playing this quite a lot when it was released. It was something a little bit off the beaten path. Very much feels like an arcade low-tech to me. Not something that you would find in the pubs. And it's a very, very quick game. And it can be quite harsh when it wants to be as well. But for a sort of low-tech, maybe you could argue veering into mid-tech territory. There's a little bit more going on with it than you might expect. Where we can't, we're nowhere near a line there, are we? No, that's never going to happen. And you can just play around trying to get these lines. And once it starts to hold trail held a few times, that's when you can often... See there, we've got loads of them filled in, but it didn't want to give me any nudges there. But I did have the jackpot off it, so that was the slight problem with that one. And again, that's no good. We've got no win. And it hasn't held on that one. So do be aware that Fruit Machine emulation is not just... yeah, we can't do anything there, is it? It's not just the new stuff. It isn't just the layouts that have been released since November. Oh, you know, is that Hold Them All? No, it isn't. It is not Hold Them All. What was the secret there? Whatever the secret was, I missed it on that one. I think that'll probably get to the point now. Yeah, I think that might actually do a straight win up. It is not just the stuff that's been released since November 2016 when we had the release of MFME version 5.1. There are... Can we get a... No line there. You know, there is 15 years of Fruit Machine emulation history before that point. You know, this scene is now 20 years old. 5 of those years have been the new era, if you will, of Fruit Machine emulation that was kicked off when Chris, of course, sadly departed now, released version 5.1 of MFME. But it is worth considering that there's still a lot of stuff out there that exists. It works perfectly. It looks great. And this is still a really good looking DX, even though it's, you know, 16 years old. It works fine. It plays fine. And here in the year 2021, you can play it without issue. So if anything, if nothing else, it's just to give a little bit of visibility to the fact that stuff like this exists out there. Can we get a line there? No, we can't quite get a line, can we? Gotta look up the band-aid there. No. Is that going to lose down? No. Okay. I'd actually like to get a few more. I'm getting a little bit gung-ho gambling for the jackpot, which it will let you do once it's got jackpot value in it. No, we can't get a line there, can we? Let's see if we can get another line and get one of the features. Don't really need to worry about holding that because it will... no, that's no good. And again, no good. We need it to be trail helding really to start to get the line. Sometimes it will let you nudge it straight in, like you would an original. No. Let's just nudge away from that and start trying to play for the lines, like on the old Ace Hidden Treasures. But no, we see there. You can see where we are. The ones that are held are solid, and the ones that you're actually on are the ones that you can nudge. So I'm not going to bother with these pissy little wins now. So since that's just come straight in, I'm just going to collect the quid because I want to get another line at this point. No. It's not going to happen either. No. I'm not going to bother with these... I'm not going to bother with the shit wins. Let's just see if we can get... Oh, I'll just collect that because it might... The problem is once it starts to get a little bit happier, it will let you gamble up. Oh, that's a line, isn't it? That is a line. We've got a 6 quid win. I've got to be careful there not to nudge. There we are. There's the line. Oh, it's 5 nudges, so I can get the next... I've got 12 quid. I can nudge 12 quid. Or we can get the next line down. We'll exchange the feature. Oh, it's just a win. Oh, I fucked myself there. I really need to have a better knowledge of what these lines are. That's the problem. I think about half the lines are just wins. And not even good wins some of the time. Whereas the other half of the lines are actually features. So unfortunately I got one of the wrong ones there. Can I get a line? No, I can't get a line there, very annoyingly. See there, we got loads of them lit. Well, we just stopped doing trail holds, which took away the ability to get a line for us. You get the idea. I mean, this is a surprisingly fun machine to play, and it runs so quick as well. That's a line there, isn't it? See there, I can get the line. This one here. And it's another crappy one. I'm getting a bit of a bad one. I'm getting the... And that'll lose down now. But it's an interesting little low-tech. I don't... Ooh, that's quick click bank there, isn't it? I don't even know what the company is that made this. Because I can't... is it that there? Is it Euro Games? See there, that little logo there. Euro Games, something like that. But it runs very, very quick and smooth. I mean, MPU4 was a good tech anyway, but this is possibly one of the fastest playing. Can't quite get to a line there, can I? One of the fastest playing MPU4 games I've ever played. Very, very fast and very smooth. Let's just see if we can get... Let's just see if we can get one more line win. No. It should be about... Certainly on 92%. No, we can't get... I'm just ignoring wins. I'm going for lines here. Once you've got a few trail holes in the bag, you can get to the point where you can... No, we can't get a line there, can we? Nope. And again, that's no good. I'm just ignoring the wins on the reels. Not interested. Oh, there we see. We can get this line here. No, it's going to overwrite it, isn't it? Oh, it's given us the feature win. There we are. And it's another shitty win one. Straight gamble or spin of the wheel? What do you reckon? I think that'll win. I think that'll win the gamble. Oh! Go on, I'll have a spin of the wheel. There we are. And we can use autoplay. We'll rattle along until you have to make a decision. Shall we get super optimistic? Shall we get super optimistic? That was very, very optimistic, wasn't it? So we'll collect the 25 quid. No. So that was actually a hold after nudges there. Rather than let them spin, that was actually hold them all. So we'll collect that 25 quid out. I haven't won on it, but I've not done too bad. So yeah, great machine, really good low tech, worth seeking out from the legacy section over at Desert Island Fruits, and you can play that one. It still works fine in the present day. And now we will have a go of Manic Money Monster, which should be with you shortly. This one is by Vectra666. And whilst the classic was fine, the classic was entirely playable, and I did put a fair chunk of cash through that. It is always nice to have a DX. Let's just see if we can get a Manic Money Monster out of this. So we'll have... Remember what you have to do is get Max the Monster on an 8. I'm going to risk the gamble here because... Oh, no, I don't want it on a... Oh, it's giving me on a 5. That was the risk there. I've fucked myself there. I've got Max the Monster on a 5. We don't want that. That's no use to us. It's through the £5 block. So... hopefully we'll be able to get... How much did I just put a tenner in? These are... It's one of the layouts where... Or one of the texts, rather. Whereby your meters add up once you reload the game. So the meters do work, but you have to load it back in. I don't care if I lose that, really. So that was a tenner, wasn't it? So let's go... Let's see how much we can get, how much it'll cost us to get the 70 quid. We'll keep an eye out for the... Oh, we'll keep an eye out for the note trap if we can get it. That will do us if we can hit Max the Monster off that. I'm not going to gamble on an 8. That would be asking for trouble. I'm still leaning on the side of this being a little bit of a steal. But as per the original video, it's no kind of empty or a million miles off being any kind of empty or anything like that. I mean, we need to... Just kind of think the more of them we can get knocked out, the better if we can land on it again with a decent number. If we can land on the final... There we are. See there, we can use the skill to go in. If we can get Max the Monster here, second one from the bottom. Oh, it's just not hitting it, is it? Well, there is a school of thought that says this is not even a rip because it knows it's there, it sees it, and it just won't give it you when the machine isn't jackpot happy. But I don't know. I like to believe. I like to believe that there's a little bit of a rip here. Oh, well, there we are. So that was a tenner in, wasn't it? Let's go 20 in then. See how much this is going to cost us. But the main one here was just to feature bands of gold. But since Vectra sent this over to me last night to play test, I put a fair few quid through it last night. Oh, God, that doesn't give you long, does it? I didn't actually press anything then. So, Max the Monster here. When you're catching a really good catching a really good mood, it will do that for you sometimes. But yeah, it's always nice to get a DX of a machine that you enjoy playing the classic for. And this is one of those situations. Vectra himself says he's not got the best source artwork to go on here. But it's turned into a perfectly good playable DX, I think. So he's doing this putting me into the centre thing, which we're not really fussed about at this point. Back out again. Oh, we got save cash. We don't really want to save cash. And now it can make that... Now this is the issue that we've got here. We've actually got quite a big cash trail there too. That's why... Oh... See, if I lose this now, I am going to get that save cash. I think I'm going to get stiffed here with the save cash. I haven't really got an out at this point. Oh dear. There we are. So that's a tenner. Forced... Well, I'll say... Don't repeat that bit. Didn't often repeat. So there we are. We've had a tenner forced on us. But that's a tenner that we can put back in. So there we are. So we've put that back in. I could have just used transfer. I appreciate that. So if you put that back in, we're still 20 quid down. We might get lucky and get the steal. So if we land on the next note with a 1 or a 12, we can have a go with the shot thing. No, it hasn't worked. So once you get to 4 notes, that's gone. The board costs on this can get pretty horrendous, but because the machine's got a little bit of value in it, it's not actually costing too much for the board, is the thing here. Didn't get our easy entry into the inner board there. Okay, if we can land on it with a 1 or a 12, we can have a go at the little shimmy. Oh, there we are. That's the notes gone. Where are we at here? Don't really care too much about this stuff. Oh dear. Okay, we'll exchange in again. Just avoid. It's so frustrating when it just avoids the inside board. You can't slow down stopper, so you just get what you're given. I thought we'd have a go at the extra life there. Oh, don't you dare. Nah, I didn't. Shots are not... Potentially could help us if we can get the... the requisite number of notes. There goes the life. Going to land on a note with a 1 or a 12. Should we have a gamble on that? Yeah, get the life again. Not that it really matters. It will take it off you. With extreme prejudice. Well, twatty, wasn't it? If we can land on a note with a... Oh, that's going to kill... Oh, is that going to kill me? Yes, it is. Oh, there we are. Get a bonus. That'll do. Don't really care. We just need to get the shot at the... The super shots. Doesn't really matter what... So there's a chance here. Do we go on an 8? No, we don't. Right, we're 50 in here. Cash is climbing up a little bit higher. It's putting me into the centre. There are times I even though I want to believe it's a rip, there are times it does make me doubt it, I've got to say. Oh, and it's gone safe again. That is the risk here. It just plays like such an utter twat when it wants to. Oh, and it stiffed me with the safe cash. Mother fudger. Right, we are on the board again, but it's playing like an arsehole. Oh, look at that. Just thought I'd try and gamble on a 10 there. I'll have to reload it back in, see what my stats are. I don't think I'm going to win very much on this, even if it goes in the not too distant future. Okay, we're in with a super shot on a 10. Can we gamble on a 10? Jesus. Right, I've got... Oh dear, gamble. Don't want to gamble on an 8. The problem is, though, I've got some cash in the middle and it can bin you off out of this onto the bonus and put it safe, which I really don't want at this point. Because it's stiffed me a couple of times already. If I go out to the left here, there's a real risk it's going to give me a safe cash. At least we haven't done... Oh, I want to go low. I'm going to go higher than the 4. I'm going to higher than the 6. 8! Oh! Twat! Just if that could have hit Max the Monster then. Fuck off. Okay, back in. We've got 2 shots. Let's go higher than the 1. No, we don't want to hit Max the Monster on that. We'll go higher than the 4. Don't want to hit Max the Monster. Fuck! Oh, so that one's fucked. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Fuck it. Right, we got 1 shot here. I've got an extra life, so I'm going to gamble on the 8. I'm going to gamble on the 5. Oh, come on. I have got a life. Come on. There goes the life. Oh. Oh. It just doesn't want to hit it, does it? Absolute arsehole. Alright, so we've got 2 shots and a 3. We're going to gamble on the 3. Yes, there it is. Right, we've got Max the Monster. And now we just bash it, don't we? And that'll guarantee, even though it can miss, it won't miss it. 8 or more. It won't miss and it will put... You know what? I don't know. Are you just forcing this by another name? Do remember somebody saying at Jackpotty back in the day, it doesn't make any difference. If the jackpot value is there, it will let you have it. If it isn't, it won't. But sometimes you can kind of... Yeah, I don't know. It almost sounds right. I don't know. Maybe I'm being slightly... not superstitious, but I'm trying to cling on to the fact I have a little bit of a method on these. But then I think about to some of the encounters I had with it in the pub. I had a couple of real ones around here. And sometimes you would just get a really, really easy steal for the jackpot. Where if you didn't know that collecting Max the Monster on an 8 or above was guaranteed the mega streak, you wouldn't have collected it and the board wouldn't have been a jackpot otherwise. So It's one of those things, it's impossible to prove. At this point in time, you know, we can't turn back the clock and go back all those years ago and prove one way or the other. But certainly, it does know it's there. For sure it knows it's there. And if there's no value in the machine, it will not let you have it in a million years. Now we have the world's slowest mega streak. Let's see if it goes past. And it's the worst kind of mega streak where you've got to keep bashing the button as well. That's the thing. Because left to, if you leave it like that, you've got to press start. It will time out after about 30 seconds or so. It will do it by itself. But if you did that, particularly with its sort of willingness to throw it like £1 at a time or 50p at a time, if you let every single one time out, you would probably be there literally for about half an hour or more. In fact, possibly even more than that too. That would be an interesting thing to do. Is if you leave the mega streak on this, to do the whole thing on auto collects on timeouts, how long would it actually take to do it? I think the answer is quite a long time. So there we are, we're nearly there, 50p win to go, is that right? Yep, so we've got a 50p win. There we are, there's our last 50p. Are you going to go on? Yes, we are. Now, this can do all kinds of weird amounts, so you don't want to get your hopes up too far. It can do as little as 80. I think 80. If it goes on, 80 is the minimum it can do. But it loves to do 85s and 90s, that kind of thing. Never really seems to go on. I think, God, I'm trying to think back. The best I ever managed, was it a 90 or a 100? Certainly never saw it do anything like a 140 or anything like that, from memory. So there we are. Looking like an 80 at the minute, isn't it? I wouldn't be surprised if it stops here. Go on. No, it was an 80. It was an 80. And that will now be on its ass for a bit. You will not be getting Max the Monster on an 8 or better on that for a long time. So there you are. Just a heads up that there is a DX of Manic Money Monster. By the time this video goes live, it should either be out or very close to being out. That is by Vectra666. I will be reporting back to him that on the playtesting I have not noticed any problems with the layout whatsoever. And it does just kind of complete the picture, whilst the classic is completely playable and is a, you know, it's a, where are we? Entirely proper representation of the real machine. It is always nice to turn what we can see on the right hand side there to sort into what we can see on the left hand side, which there you go. It just finishes it in your head when you have a DX. To this day, I am happy to play a classic. The machines that I enjoy, I will play a classic for hours at a time sometimes. It doesn't bother me, but it is always nice to have the DX. So thank you to Vectra666 for that. And thank you to Ploggy for this old DX of Bands of Gold. It's available from the Legacy layout section over at Desert Island Fruit, so you can play this in the here and now. Really interesting, slightly quirky, offbeat low-tech, plays really fast. Lots going on with that Band-Aid there. Quite a few little secrets. A couple of them that I missed there as well. There's a couple of them I still don't know exactly what you're supposed to do. And you've got that really cool jackpot spin. You know, even from a win as low as £3, you can have a punt at the £25 jackpot. So a really good fun low/medium tech there as well. Just a couple to bring to your attention. So thank you very much for watching. Do hope you've enjoyed this video, and I will catch up with you next time. But for now it is goodbye.